All right, good day, hi and welcome. There's a silver pellet over there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna call it, the silver pellet. Instead of the silver BB, the silver pellet. I guess I better put on the lights. Maybe not the high beams. Yeah. So that'd be another week or so. I gotta see if the insurance company takes credit card, so I hate to put things on the credit card, but I got no cash left, so to put the car on the road. So I don't want to go. I worked so hard to get ahead, and I'm still 4 months shy of my goal. Not quite a full 4 months, but I had to tap into 1 month. So next spring I don't want to be out of money halfway through the winter, right? So but today is a cool day because today is just all about getting paid. And I get paid by, well, there's a little bit of pop bottles, some water bottles, and I get paid by some beer cases in the back. So it should be a pretty good day. Now, what's going to go on is I got to go and get paid for, well, I've done this client. I sent her off the email, but she didn't respond. She usually responds right away, so I want to make sure she got the email that I did cut the grass. She paid for it. I want to make sure she got it, right? And these clients, they're sort of done for the season, but sort of not. Ooh, better watch my speed. This is Pops' truck, right? So who's that gassing up before over there? Oh, it's Wild Tony. There we go. I wonder what he's after now. Yeah, he's a cool guy, him. Yeah, it's one of my dad's better friends there. So the stories that man can tell you is like you'll be busting the gut for hours on end. Like it's just one bizarre thing after another that's happened to him. His entire life is bizarre. I would just say it that way. But it's like shit show, kind of like Trailer Park Boys funny, like, so it's like, oh, this time I went and then this happened and this happened. It just goes on and on and on. And you'd think that'd be the end of it, and then no, this came in and happened. It's like, oh geez, is he still alive? Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so the cans, you guys didn't believe me. You doubted my sincerities of taking the pop cans to the store. I did. I brought two big bags filled to the brim. That was $24. But the pop bottles, like they said, no, you got to count the pop bottles because we're not sure how many fit in the bag. Well, I got about 140 to the line, but I got 2 bags. But the problem with the 140 to the line is they're 5 cents a piece right now. Right? In about another 2 weeks, they're going to be 10 cents a piece. That's an extra $7 per bag, right? So if I put 140 in there, the big bottles, which I don't have very many of them. They're 20 cents a piece, so I got 13 of them. There's $2.60, right? So it's like, okay. And then I got 2 big water bottles, so I'll see if they take those. And then I got 6 beer cases. I don't have all the beer cases, but every time I go out this way, I'm going to try to bring some cases with me. Just get rid of the stuff out of the house, because it does take up a lot. Like pop bottles and beer bottles take up a lot of room over time, right? And you think about how many pop bottles I had just from metal picks and stuff like that. Like it's pretty crazy what I've got. Big Bad Dodge. Yeah. So yeah, the silver pellet, that 2004 Honda Civic. I didn't really look at it that much yesterday just because the weather was bad, but I'm like $400 with the insurance. I'll be under $1,000. So, if it can get me through the winter, again, that'll be a blessing. But I'm also thinking about it, like, my cousin has been driving that thing pretty much headache free, except for the, like anything, she's not rich, so You know, she bought another car that was better, and that stayed as kind of the like the, oh, there's some scrap metal there. Better get that on the way back. It was kind of like the spare, right? So my cousin, her brother would use it. When you know, he took it to town like twice. My aunt had it. She says like, I never drive it. You know, like, so they're really not getting rid of it because it's completely done. They're getting rid of it just because they have no use for it, right? But because it's so old, it's like, you know, you know, what are you going to get for it? But like a guy like me is always looking for cars like that because, you know, like they make good winter beaters, right? And it might last me a week, it might last me 6 months, it might last me 4 years like my Honda Civic did. However, this does need things. When you get up to about the speed I'm doing right now, okay, it's not just a nice little hum like this, it's a pretty rackety thing because there's a big hole in the exhaust, right? So it needs an exhaust. So, okay, fine. Is what it is. The valves are cooking, I know that. But there's like 260,000 kilometers on it or something like that, my aunt said. She said, don't quote me, could be 260, could be 360. It's a Honda, who cares, right? You know, like anything under 500,000 is practically new for a Honda. you know what I mean? Like those things just, they could put on the mileage. There's nothing to those engines. Like they just put on the mileage, right? What gets the Hondas is everything else. You know, like it's a 19-year-old vehicle. So what's going next on it? There's new brake lines on it, which is good, but it is in horrible need of new brakes. Like you could hear the rotor wash. You know what I mean? That when you're driving, it probably needs rear bearings. But my Honda CR-V needed a rear wheel bearing, and it was loud like that. And I drove it for 4 years. You know, like, who knows, right? So, like, you could literally drive the wheels off of those things. So I thought, okay, it's worth the gamble. Again, it's a gamble. It's a used vehicle. You can say, Reg, you should have put that towards fixing your truck. Well, here's what buying that vehicle plus putting it on the road would have got me with that truck. It would have got me the towing to the garage and possibly the diagnostic done. That's it. You know, that's it. It wouldn't have gotten anything fixed. It just would have got, okay, here's what your problem might be. You know, it would have got me that far. So, like, the truck's gonna, like, I know a lot of you guys think I'm gonna be able to fix the truck for like $80, $100. It's not gonna be like that, guys. It never is, especially on a vehicle that's that old. That's a 17-year-old vehicle, right? It's in good shape, great shape for its age, but there's no way it's gonna be that easy of a fix, no way.